Hello and welcome back to the 4th episode of Speedrunning the Grind, a short series where we'll be seeing what's realistically the shortest amount of battles you'd need to grind to tier 10. To recap over the past 3 episodes, we have had a total of 7 battles. This has brought us to Pyotr Velikiy, the tier 5 USSR battleship. Here's a quick screenshot to show our progression, which we're now halfway down the line. The next ship that we're going to be working towards in this grind is Izmail. This is going to require 50,000 experience to research the hull, plus the next ship, which will require a few more battles than we've previously required. With our rundown covered, we will head into battle. Right here we are in our first battle of the day, and unfortunately we have gotten some pretty bad matchmaking. We're going in a tier 7 game here, with quite a lot of more, we're bottom tier and we've got quite a lot of ships which are a lot higher tier than us. What I'm going to do this game is I'm going to sit a little bit further back and let some of the larger ships, so this Caracciolo and the Bayan, I'm going to let those push up a little bit further just for the fact that my firing range isn't too far either, and I don't particularly want to be coming under the fire of a lot of these much more heavily armed and well suited to deal with me, well, ships that are well suited to deal with me. As this is going to be a much greater jump in experience points, you can see on screen with what I've currently got as my loadout, I've got the same signals as I did have last time, and I've got the same build as last time. The only addition here is because this is a tier 5 ship, I've got the aiming systems modification upgrade, which allows me to get a little bit better dispersion on my shells, which is going to be very useful. And as it's a 50,000 XP, that is, that's going to require a lot more, and to reduce the number of battles I've gone for a Type 59 camo, and instead of the 100% bonus I was getting before, I'm now going to be getting a 200% XP bonus. That should jump us up to about 525% XP this game, granted that we win. If we don't win, then we should still get, I think, 575% experience, which is still no laughing matter. That's a good amount of experience, but with a win, that is really going to impact how much we get. So as this is the first game of the day, I'm hoping to make it to win and really get a nice amount of damage. Now, as Caracciolo is, I'm assuming, getting his Deadeye here, and I'm just going to be going in a somewhat parallel to him. At the end of the day, look at him. He's top tier here. He's the one that should be pushing. I'm a tier 5 battleship, and okay, that's a little bit spooky. Turn out. Okay, this is possibly a silly idea, but if I turn out now, I could also tempt someone into shooting me. Oh, okay, someone else has shot. Someone to shoot at me, but can't actually see anything. There is a Sinop. Okay, yeah, there we go. So we've tempted him to shoot, meaning we've allowed him to get spotted, but I don't particularly want to take too many of his. Yeah, that was a single shell there and did 4,200 damage. I'm going to get back a bit and go around this island like the rest of these ships and see what we can do. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen for a while, so I'm going to skip forward a little bit, and I'll see you in a few minutes when something interesting actually happens. Hopefully we can get some shots on this Hatsuharu here. Unfortunately, no one is really pushing. There we go, got 4 overpens there, very good. I wish that was high explosive, however I think 4,000 damage. It's still going to be a pretty nice amount. Now, unfortunately, the Caracciolo, who I thought would be leading the push or at least helping to advance, is the one who's sitting the furthest behind, leaving the rest of us to do the pushing here, which is quite wonderful. I'm going to just start heading forward because otherwise, if it stays like this, we're just going to be sitting here the whole game, and the enemies are going to be grabbing these cap points. Now, 2 of the destroyers are still alive, however, we've currently got the Acosta over here on the other side of the map, which just leaves the Nicholas on this side of the map. However, he's a tier 5 ship and shouldn't be too much of an issue, but I think I'm going to go into this cap and see what we can do. There's not really too much going on here. We've got an Omaha sitting over there. Yeah, no one's really doing anything. I'm just going to say requesting support and see if we can get someone to follow us. However, it looks like our Matsuki is... Ooh. I'm liking the position he's got there. That's a very nice position he's got on that Sinop. And I'm now hopefully going to be able to get into his... Well, he will come into my firing range and I could maybe get a bit more damage. I mean, 4,000 damage on that Hatsuharu is quite nice. That's going to certainly deal us a good amount of experience, but whilst we are... Oh, okay. We are getting the B point as well, because our friendly Nicholas is getting the B cap, so that's going to distract them. But if I can get into the A cap and possibly get some points, that will just generate even more XP. We'll see how much that gains. Yeah, there's basically no resistance here. Everything seems to be on the enemy side of the map, where we've got a pretty strong force. Unfortunately, our Flint is getting taken on by a Gneiser now by the looks of it, and the rest of them are holding a pretty strong line against ours, and it seems like they are going to be pushing away. And ooh, I want to get in here because get some damage. Maybe this Sinop can deal some damage to this Omaha, allowing the cap to get reset. But I'm curious as to whether we will hit any of these. Well, we hit one. We didn't penetrate though. That's unfortunate. And this Omaha, is he going to get citadeled? I mean, it looked like a pretty nasty amount of damage there. I'm going to turn out a little bit, get my rear guns out, and by the time that happened, ooh, I'm gonna aim up a little bit and aim just a little bit further and see how much we can do there. If we can get this cap point, then we should be fine anyway. There we go, nice 7,900 damage. Another salvo coming in, and 6,900. Cool. That was a pretty good salvo there. I'm now going to turn in towards him though, because he's not going to be too happy that we've taken that amount of HP from him. But I do want to support our friendly Matsuki here, who is being pursued by our Omaha. Thankfully, it looks like he's smoking up, meaning I can... Okay, we've just got the assistant of capturing that. Now, if this guy turns out a little bit here... Come on. Hopefully we can get some additional damage. Now, I'm going to turn out a bit more because this... Yeah, this Sinop is... Okay, no, he's not aiming at me anymore. That's good. Oh, nice. Penetrate. Yeah, we got a citadel on the back of that Omaha. And now we can go for this Sinop. I've not actually tried the high explosive shells yet, because I've not really had any need to. If this Sinop keeps giving us a... maybe he'll die to these torpedoes. Ooh, okay, that's good, that's good. Now he's going to turn out here. I'm going to wait a bit of time. Okay, his rudder's stopped shifting. I'm going to just open fire. And... yeah, okay, it looks like our entire flank around the right side of the map has pretty much entirely collapsed. We're going to need to do something about that, otherwise we are probably going to lose here, as we do have a slightly larger ship deficit than they do, and they've got a pretty strong flank here. But we have one here too. However, with our current lineup, I don't know how well we're going to be able to actually lead a push. Shoot this up again, and hopefully we can get some actual damage here. Yeah, he's shooting at me. I'm just going to start turning out. It looks like the New York is also going to be... Ooh, come on. Okay, that did a little bit of damage here. Not a horrible amount, but... yeah, okay, we're going to just keep on... Oh, that is perfect. Hawkins, and he's giving us a bit of a broadside here. Okay, my frontal guns are going to be coming off cooldown in a second. New York's not done too much. I'm going to heal in a second. 4,000. Not the best amount of damage. Let's try again here. Okay, I'm going to repair that now because we are starting to lose a fair portion of our HP. Oof, 2 overpens there. Not the greatest amount. I need this guy to stay alive. And okay, good. That Hawkins has just been completely obliterated. Maybe we can get a kill here. If we don't, that's still no worries because we can save our shells for another ship. He's not being killed. I'm going to try and steal that kill now, just because I want the kill ribbon. Come on. Ah, that was terrible. Okay, well we've got another chance to get that kill, and actually instead of going this way, okay, nice. We've secured the kill, and instead of engaging these guys head on, I'm going to use the island, and I'm going to try and engage these guys one at a time. Now it looks like the enemy team, they are coming around this side here. Okay, whilst we're waiting, yeah, 40 seconds of that. I don't particularly want to be waiting for that. I'm going to hold this island and let this Sinop come into my range instead. The Farragut should be doing some spotting shortly if that Sinop comes into range, and I can hopefully just nose into the point where I can ricochet the shells off him and also have a very nice position to be in. Oh, there we go, perfect. He's dropping some shots on me. Maybe we can... do more in return. 3,000 damage, not the most. However, the Andrea Doria is Bayern. Where have you... Actually, what is that Bayern doing? Yeah, I'm curious. Unless he's coming... Oh, okay, I can see why. He's going around to assist. Yeah, he's going around to assist the... yeah, the flank that's being pushed around towards C, and it looks like it's just up to us to do what we can here. Unfortunately, I'm not getting the best dispersion here, so hopefully we get some good vertical dispersion, which it looks like we are. Oh, nice, nice, nice. 6.9k there. I wish I could get my rear turrets out, but I don't particularly want to open myself up too much to Synop. I'm going to just angle a little bit. Hopefully they'll ricochet just off this bit here. And then we'll start pushing forwards when it's just me and the Andrea Doria. I don't know where the New York is, however, he's not shown his face yet. Oh, speaking of face, Synop is now nose onto me, and it could be a good time to load some high explosive just to see how well that does. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about here is the destroyer. I mean, the Nicholas, he is... Okay, we're going to repair that because we are taking a bit of damage. He's down there, so as long as he stays down there, we should be okay, but I'm going to be a bit wary if we do get quite far into the game. Thankfully, we are holding 2 of these caps, and we do have the majority of caps here, so even if they do get the C point, we've still got a higher number of ships and a higher number of points, which we can just at least let the clock run down and get. Okay. And then get a win from that. Come on, if we can set a fire here, that'd be pretty good. We didn't set a fire. 1700 HP. Okay, after this Synop fires again, I'm going to start turning and let my rear guns fire as well, because I want to really finish this guy off before he gets his heal. Come on, he's probably waiting for me to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're going to fire... Yeah, that did a pretty nasty amount of damage. I'm going to get my rear guns off here, load some armor piercing, and we're going to deal with that Andrea Doria. Nice one, we've got a fire. Unfortunately, these have... Ooh, is that SAP he's running? Yeah, that may hurt. Okay, that didn't hurt too much. It's just that we've not got too much HP. I'm going to... That Caracciolo is... He is a liability to this team. Really, yeah, not entirely sure what he's doing. Unless he's firing on these guys over here, which I really hope he is. Otherwise, I really don't know what he's doing, because we're going to need him to handle this guy. I mean, to be fair, I don't think we should have too much of an issue with this Andrea Doria. You know what? Let's just hold here. I'm not going to move. I'm going to let this guy come into my firing range. Well, firing range, get into a point where he's at a nice angle. I think he's at a bit too... Yeah, he's at a massive angle there. Okay, well, he's going to turn in, and we'll get him on the next shot. Thankfully, there's nothing to spot. Oh, okay, the New York who was... Yeah, okay, the New York who was just round here on the map. He's... Okay, nice. The Caracciolo's just taken out the Gato. He is doing a lot there, so... I take back what I said. I'm actually going to give this guy a +1 for holding that. I think it was just that I was a little bit salty at the start for the fact he wasn't really doing much for pushing, so fair enough. I apologise for that. Hopefully we can get some hits onto this Doria. Yeah, 3000 damage, 1 pen. Not the best. I think this Omaha is probably going to be taking a pretty big brunt of the damage, though, if the Doria notices him. And it's probably going to be a one-shot for him, actually, so I feel kind of bad for him, because he's going to be out pretty soon here. And yeah, the Doria is giving us... He's angling rather well here, and yeah, he's going for the Omaha. I'm just going to fire, see if we can get something into the superstructure. Yep, that's him taken out, and I am next. Honestly, with the current HP we've got... Alright, I'm going to use high explosive. No, okay, he's now giving us... he's now giving us a nice broadside. I'm going to just angle as best as I can. Possibly go for the ram here. It depends entirely on how... Ooh, 128 HP. He cannot die. It really does depend on how much our team can do over at that side of the map, because a New York and a Miyoko versus a Bayern and the Caracciolo, gotta say, I think our friendlies are going to win, because they are going to have more HP. They're generally better equipped than those two. I think they will certainly be able to handle it. So if I can ram this guy, it's maybe a good idea for me to do so, because I'll be able to knock this out and really secure our win. I mean, I'm quite happy with the amount of damage here for a first game. 66k. I mean, it's nothing crazy. However, I'm still happy with it. Right, this is risky. This is very risky. I probably shouldn't do this, and it will probably kill me. However, I want to get a broadside shot off and kind of kite away instead. Yeah, okay. I'm not turning as fast as I thought I would. This is probably going to kill me. He's coming off. Come on, fire. Oh, I might die. Oh, okay. Okay, I got 30k there. That was a really stupid thing for me to do, but I did I did want to try that. Good job, yeah, well, yeah, to be fair, that was a stupid thing to do, but I did want to just try and get those shots off and start turning out. And I mean, I left them on quite a few thousand HP. Oh, okay. Please don't die, because that was probably a rather silly mistake for me to make. But I did want to get a good amount of damage in. Honestly, I didn't think I'd get damaged that much, but I was more hoping that I could turn the entire way. In that sense, so I could have just had a nice sort of angled side whilst firing everything I had, and then could have carried on turning out and starting running away. And possibly, considering we've got 3 minutes left, I think our Farragut could have a very good chance if he stays out of. No! Oh God, what are you doing? Oh no, what are you doing? What are you? No! What is he doing? Oh no! 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 What? What? And to spare you the next 3 minutes, yeah, it was just a fact of the Andrea Doria after he had taken out the Farragut. He capped the points, they got 3 caps, and then they got a cap advantage, point advantage, and ran down the next 3 minutes, whilst our 2 battleships to the south of the map tried getting the other cap and taking out one of the ships. However, it was just a fact of the Andrea Doria was hidden, and it was just quite sad to watch. Now, I will take full responsibility for losing that game because I left that Andrea Doria on 4000 HP. I mean, I was hoping to turn my ship around a bit faster than it did, so that was... I mean, to be completely fair, that is my first game in the ship, and I was expecting to be able to turn a little bit faster there, but even so, I am aware that is my fault that we did lose that. But at the same time, I wasn't expecting the Farragut to open water gunboat and Andrea Doria with 128 HP. I was genuinely expecting him to drop some torpedoes, and then that would have been it. You know, that would have been a single torpedo hit, and the Andrea Doria would have been dead. I mean, my thinking was if the Andrea Doria had a heal, he could have got up to 40k, and he would have had double my HP. I'm not confident in getting that, and considering the Andrea Doria was also turning out at the same time, we both had the same thought process there. You know, it would have been quite a hard battle if we're both kiting away and I have got a 50% health disadvantage. But with all that said, I mean, it was just the 3 minutes of me and the Colorado having some choice words and him displaying his very good skills of hindsight, explaining how I was very bad at the game. But you'll see from this score, I mean, I'm quite happy with that, considering I was bottom tier here, managed to get a nice 96,000 damage here, 2 destroyed, 2 set down, a few fires, very nice, and 12,300 experience points. This leaves us with 38,000 experience, so I'm hoping on a win we get a much more inflated base XP score, which should possibly get us into maybe 15+ thousand experience. But even so, I think maybe we could get to the Izmail in 3 or so games. Now, we'll just look on the team score here, and yeah, I'm very happy with this. 1,100 on a loss, and as a bottom tier ship, I'd say that was very good indeed. I mean, I'm actually, well, okay, I'm almost over here in terms of what the enemy team's got, but on a win, I'm almost certain I could be getting this amount of base XP. And yeah, I'm quite happy. I mean, yeah, I've already given this guy a +1, and I've also given this guy a -1. But yeah, I'm overall very happy with this ship. Now, I'm going to get the upgrades from this, and I'm going to play some games after this off camera. So in the next episode, I'll just cover how many games I had previously, how long it took, and then we will move on and play in the Izmail. But with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed this latest episode of Speedrunning the Grind, and I'll probably be uploading another episode next week. So if you did enjoy this, then make sure to leave a like, and with all that said, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.